Does water cause you to lose weight? I think a lot of people would say, yeah, if you're hydrated, that sounds like a good idea, but let's go into some good specifics about water, including where did this whole concept of 8 glasses of water per day come from? I think you're going to find that one pretty interesting. But what the research shows is that you actually burn more calories for about an hour after you drink a glass of water. Okay, so that's interesting. Specifically, a study looked at 2 glasses or half a liter of water. And what they found was that people sitting down, by the way, so people drank 2 glasses of water, they were sitting down, they were not doing anything, so completely sedentary, and for an hour, they burned 24% more calories than when the group that didn't drink the glass of water but was still sitting down. So you go, wow, this is a tool that I can use to increase my burn of calories. Now they did another study where they had them drink again, one glass, so half of that, not 2 glasses, but 1 glass of water and before the meal. And what they found was that the participants drinking the water, this is a really key one, they ate 24% less calories. That's a lot. So just on their own, they chose to eat 24% less calories and were completely satisfied, which is extremely key, right? Because nobody wants to walk away from the table and they're like, great, I'm still hungry, but if you insist, I'll leave, right? But this was the group that had the 1 glass of water versus a group that didn't have any water, and 24% less calories. So this translates into a few pounds lost per month if you keep this up, which is a beautiful, beautiful thing. And I'm going to tell you a really cool study with children in just a moment. But they also looked at what about hydration and skin texture and plumpness of skin. And from that study, they found that when people were drinking on average 3.5 glasses or less, when they increased their water, they noticed a difference in their skin, versus if they were already at about 5.5 glasses, they didn't notice a difference from hydrating more. So it might be that sweet spot is about 5.5 glasses, but we're going to talk more about where that 8 glasses came from in just a moment. But this is a great one. This was a study that just came out. It came out of Germany, and it was from the journal Children. And it just came out in April of this year, April of 23. And what they did, they went into secondary schools, so children around 8 to 10 years old. And what they did was they put water fountains in certain schools and not in others. And so they had several hundred children participating. And also, they didn't just put the water fountain in, they educated the children on the importance of water and how, it would be healthier to drink more water. And what was fascinating was that, I want to get my percentage here right. Okay, so what was fascinating was they increased their water consumption by 1.1 glasses, so not a ton, but check this out, it decreased their risk of obesity by 31%, which is, that's a mind-boggling one. And so of course the children that didn't get the water fountain and didn't get the education to drink more water did not increase their water percentage and had the same risk of obesity as everybody else. But a 31% decrease in risk of obesity by adding a single glass of water. Hi from Melbourne. That's fun. I want to visit Melbourne. But yeah, so this study, boy, I mean, I don't know what secondary schools are like now, but certainly I was just thinking of my secondary school, and there was definitely a water fountain. Whether it was good water or not, I have no idea, but there was definitely a water fountain, and plenty of kids used it. But maybe, of course, it was that education process, right? This is the importance of water, and by 31%. Do you find that as staggering as I do? Thank you. I accept that invitation. That's wonderful, to Melbourne. So where I'll leave for the end, where the 8 glasses came from. But what does increasing your water do? We talked about skin texture, how soft your skin is, etc., which is great. It can really prevent urinary tract infections, so if you tend toward UTIs. So very much kidney related. If you're somebody who forms kidney stones, then recommendations are up to 12 glasses a day, or kidney cysts. Sometimes people have this in their family. So we're talking about not way above the 8 glasses, closer to 12 glasses. So a lot of water can really help with that. If you're very athletic, if you live in a warm climate, we know this. We know you have to hydrate if you're sweating. So there's that. Then also constipation is a key one that I find with a lot of my patients. They're not consuming enough water, and when they do, it improves their constipation. Pregnant women, nursing women, if you have diarrhea, so you're losing a lot of water that way. So these are some of the basics, but the quiz at the beginning, where did 8 glasses come from? Apparently, this was from dietary recommendations back from 1945, where 2 liters, or about 8 glasses, was recommended. But what they included in this study was that water consumption also came from eating food. And I mean, the easiest there is watermelon, which is like 90% water. But cucumbers and lettuce, you can think of a lot of vegetables that have a high water content. But even apparently eggs have some degree of water content. So apparently we've all been operating on this 8 glasses of water, kidney issues aside, that we have to think about how much water we're getting from the foods we're eating, and the water content of fruits and vegetables, and so there's quite a bit from that. So maybe it's more that 5.5 glasses is a sweet spot. Personally, I find a lot of patients are dehydrated, and they're terrible water drinkers. If they get a glass or 2, it's a lot. So this is not an excuse to run away and go, oh, see, I don't need to consume water, it's fine. No, you really do, and it's important to get enough. But maybe we're in the 5.5 glasses area, and we don't have to push to 8 necessarily, especially if you're getting your fresh fruits and veggies and you're getting your water content that way. But think about what we learned about water and weight loss. So, little interesting dilemma we have here. So eating before a meal and consuming less calories, that sounds good with how much of an obesity and overweight epidemic we have. But what about diluting your enzymes so that you're not absorbing your food as well? We've got that. So since we have a good hour of increased metabolic rate, I would recommend having your water about an hour before the meal, right at that. Drinking your water, waiting 30 minutes, then eating, because that way you're not going to dilute your enzymes, which are important for digestion and absorption, but you're still going to get that benefit of being in that hour window. So drink your glass of water or 2. You can play with this and see, especially if you're trying to lose weight. Wait 30 minutes and then consume your meal. So I hope you found that helpful. It's very important to get enough water. And if you liked this information, subscribe to the channel and share it with others and give a thumbs up. I really appreciate it.